You know how there are writers who say they're married to their work? I think me and my work are more like a long series of one-night stands, where in the middle of the night, you're like, oh, this is great, this is wonderful, then you wake up the next morning and you're like, God, what did I do? Table read day, it's a beautiful day for a table read. So this week, with the cast in place, we went ahead with the table read. Now, for most productions that have a set script that's usually published or licensed out by a company, the first table read is going over the script, reviewing the plot points, the plans for it, the designs for it, finding the emotional arcs for the characters. But when it's a new work getting its first production and the playwright is involved, the first table read involves breaking apart the script to make it as strong as humanly possible, whether it's fixing emotional arcs, plot points, down to putting the words together in a way that actually sounds good coming out of the actor's mouth, because coming from head to laptop or pen or whatever, the words don't always come out the way people talk. This is one of my problems, and I'm redundant, and I think I may have repeated myself in this whole tirade right here, so I have weaknesses, and I'm willing to admit it. Yeah, there's a lot here. You guys get a chance to read the script?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thoughts? And by the way, this week you can be absolutely cruel to me in every way whatsoever.
Because then we're going to have the rewrites for next week.
Right, because I like notes, I like people who argue with me, and the only way the script is made better is if I'm told I'm wrong. Okay. We got two really good actors that I'm really excited about. Lisa is playing Stacy in the play. The character of Stacy involves a lot, and it's going to be a lot of emotional discovery, and I think she can handle it. And the lead part of David is being played by Ben. A lot of text to learn.
I have a lot of text to learn, a lot of things to memorize. It's going to be a challenge, but one I'm looking forward to.
Ben told us in rehearsal he's an English person, he's a stickler for grammar and things like that. So as a writer who has issues with grammars and is kind of adverb happy, as he put it, it was great to have him aboard.
I feel like this paragraph, more than almost any of them, sounds like a report that was padded to make it the correct number of pages. Especially once we start to define...
You should see the first draft.
Once we start to define what last rites are, why does he need to go into that explanation?
I'm not a perfect writer. I'm never going to say I'm the perfect writer. I think writers need help. Theater is a collaborative thing, and they need to work with other people to get their piece and their message as strong as humanly possible.
I mean, can't you give me a straight answer that
Yeah, we've got those two
block
lines.
there
We've got
doesn't,
those two lines.
yeah.
Which ones?
Can't you give me a straight answer?
you tell me.
Then I think it...
But John, how do you feel about our concern about the lack of animosity? I mean, maybe it just...
I'm trying to think of a equally as not only neutral phrase, but also one that
connotes a relationship.
yeah.
That could
Yeah.
be interpreted reason in time. Hurry.
No, I cut out. Come to think of it.
Oh.
So it's...
Did I say come to think of it? Because I have it crossed
No,
out.
that line I got rid of.
So it's
Oh, the
straight...
whole line. You got
Do you
rid
want
of-
to keep the rest of the line?
I don't even remember what I said that day that won the girl over. I thought you were keeping that.
Yeah. Let's keep that.
I thought you were keeping that, but taking out the come to think of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get rid. Yeah.
That's what I
Okay.
assumed you were doing.
Okay, so since I have too many marks here...
It's fine.
No,
We'll get a new draft next week.
So, John, could you read what it is now, starting from...
Was it because of?
I mean, input is important. You know, I don't speak or think the way a lot of other writers do, and that's a problem. Show I did a couple of years ago on The Fringe, 30 minutes or less, posters right here. One of the actors said that the writing is Galvezian, where the rhythms and the language was a little different than what a lot of people say. I guess it's the point of theater to have people talking in the way that normal people talk, but I kind of believe that theater can be a level of heightened language, where they can express a little bit more than what people usually say.
She probably did that every time that she
Yeah.
wrote.
Yeah.
So even if he's not judging her or watching her do it, but
Yeah.
I mean, it
But
is
he just doesn't judge her.
Yeah.
That's a Johnny Dangerous. You ever seen Johnny Dangerously?
No.
I have, but probably too many years ago to remember lines.
There's a joke in there where the bad guy says, "My mother hit me once." Once.
I really don't know what's going to come of this piece. You know, I have a lot of editing to get to, and I have a lot of fixes I have to do. No script is perfect. No, every writer who's had their show up will tell you that they never feel like their script is ever done, and that's just the nature of a play or theater in general. I was watching an interview of Lin-Manuel Miranda earlier, and he was saying how, you know, he was watching the production in Manila recently of In the Heights, and he would think to himself, oh, I wish I could tweak that, I wish I could change that, but the book is frozen, and a lot of writers are like that, and I have a feeling that I'm going to be feeling like that throughout the rest of this process. The next couple of rehearsals, I'm going to be excusing myself. I'm not the kind of writer who needs to sit in on everything to make sure it's perfect. I trust the team, I trust the actors and the director, and I think the show is going to be great. Meanwhile, I'm waiting for notices from the summer festivals to see if I have any plays going up beyond this production. Fingers crossed, as always.